There's definitely a fear factor of soloing and improvisation, and this isn't just students, this is musicians across the board who have never spent time doing improvisation.
Improvisation is not necessarily ripping fresh, cool jazz licks that no one can even comprehend. It actually can start really, really simple.
Well, on the piano, I like making up my own sounds, but then my Nana's taking a nap and she's like, "Stop, stop, it sounds horrible." And so I usually stop. So I just stick to violin.
It didn't really work out. It kind of sounded just not the way that it was supposed to at first, and then once I started to get it, I'll just keep on going.
Well, it didn't exactly sound good, but after I practiced it a few times, it sounded better.
More improvising, yeah, I think for me.
It definitely made me want to try more because they make it seem so easy, and it kind of makes me want to try to make myself like that too.
How would one start if one has never improvised before?
My favorite way to improvise is literally to just play with whatever's on the radio. I'm a big radio guy. I listen to a lot of radio.
Sometimes I like to plug in my MP3 player and play songs along with it. I think that's really fun.
I like to play or improvise on radio songs like Beyonce or Owl City or something like that.
I sometimes just play random notes and record myself and play on top of the recorded song that I played and just have like 3 different songs playing and play on top of it. I've done that.
I'm a big fan of figuring out harmony and melody to songs. So once I do what Greg does and I figure out the song from the radio that I like, I might learn it on guitar, like the chord changes, and record it into my computer. And then I'll practice my scales on the cello to that.
The fact is, there are only 12 major scales. There are 12 minor scales, but there are shades of minor scales because there are natural minor scales. There's a couple more. Actually, there's lots of different shades of scales, but there's only 12. So that means it's finite knowledge, right? It means if you learn one, you only got 11 more to learn. And when you learn them all, you don't have any more to learn, right? It's actually really, really simple.
Maybe let's get some volunteers. Who would like to come up and maybe try something? Yes, perfect. Come on up. We need a couple more though. Maybe 2 more. Come on up. Don't be nervous. You volunteered so well. Give her a hand.
We also learned something called droning. What we did was that we took a scale.
Don't make me call on you. Kayla.
And we had the other students play one note, and then they picked a couple of children to come up and solo on that drum.
Well, I think my philosophy for this one right now is I'm going to keep it real simple, right? So I'm going to pick maybe a couple notes and just hear what it sounds like. How about that?
You know, we really try to give them a couple of tools that they can use so when they're playing with their friends or when they're sitting in their practice room by themselves, they can, you know, use some of these tools and become improvisers.
And it's for me. No one else is in the room, and it doesn't matter if I play a wrong note because I can turn the station or I don't even have to care.
Yeah, like my teacher says, he says that there's no wrong note in improvising. You can always try something new.
The youth orchestra has this group called the Tallahassee Fiddlers, and a lot of what we're trying to accomplish with that group is not only have it be a traveling group that goes out into the community and kind of serves as an outreach extension of what we do, but it's also valuable educationally because it teaches the students to use their ears and to not fear improvising. So what Project did when they were here was kind of drew on that same clientele that we have in the Fiddlers group, and actually I think did a very good job demonstrating to them that playing music on a page is only half of being a musician.
I
don't think I'd be able to teach music or keep doing the same tunes if I didn't play them differently every time. And I instilled that upon my students from the very beginning. If you're playing it off the sheet, you might get bored of it, but if you can reinvent it every time, depending on the day of the week, it will stay with you for a lifetime.
I like to improvise a lot.
I really love to improvise. It's one of my favorite things to do, actually, on the violin. I have lots of fun doing it, and sometimes I don't even do it when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, all the time we get together and have jam sessions, and when I'm practicing and I'm fooling around with my classical music, yeah, I jam a lot.
Usually at home, but I like to do some here in Fiddlers because it's a little bit easier to just relax and do whatever.
I would say at home, just anywhere. I guess when I see an instrument, I'll just pick it up and play it.